The hottest new app everybody is talking about, Instagram Threads. So I know it's been less than 24 hours that it's been out, but I had to get y'all this video because as a business owner, anytime a new social media app comes out, of course I'm gonna be on it like white on rice. So I've played around with Instagram Threads for about 12 hours now, and I just created a quick tutorial on how to actually set it up. But before we get into it, my initial thoughts about Threads is that I really think it's gonna be a really popular app. I don't think it's gonna be like Clubhouse, how it came in and it died. I think it really is around to stay, because when we think about Facebook and Instagram, I mean, I got a Facebook in 2007. It's 2023. I had no business having Facebook in 2007. I think I was like in 7th grade or 6th grade. So I definitely didn't need a Facebook then, but I've had the same one since then. I also had a Twitter since then. And Instagram Threads is really like, Twitter is like direct competitor, and Threads really feels like a cross between Facebook and Twitter. It is Twitter, from my opinion, it's Twitter's direct competitor, but the way Facebook really operates with like kind of like a stream of consciousness, but in a more organized fashion, where Twitter is like very just like random, I can see the potential of Threads being like really feeling like Facebook, but with like the Twitter functions, and those really joining into combination. So, and I just checked, and Mark Zuckerberg just said there's been over 30 million signups in like 24 hours, which is crazy. So if you like Twitter, you're definitely gonna really like Threads. I will say it is very chaotic. There's like no organization, no rhyme or reason. You refresh it and you just see all types of new content every time you refresh it. So it definitely gives me that like squirrel feeling. It's like squirrel. It's a little chaotic, but so far so good. I'm loving it. The reach obviously is insane. If you're a business owner and you are thinking about getting on Threads, you definitely should, because my opinion is that social media is meant to be social. It's also meant to build your brand and your business, and it's also to have fun. So definitely get your username at minimum, have that asset underneath your armor, and let me show you into my little setup. I use one of my other Instagram accounts to set it up, and it won't take you more than about 5 minutes. So let's jump into the video. So you're gonna go to the App Store and you're gonna type in Threads and the Instagram app to download the app. Then what you're going to do is log in with your existing Instagram account. So I already have mine attached here. And then you can write in your bio, and I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Obviously jazz it up, make it your own, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then also I'm going to go ahead and add my website here. So if you're a coach or course creator, you can actually head to my shop and shop till you drop. But I'm going to definitely put that here on my bio. I'm going to go ahead and click done. So import all of this from Instagram. I am not going to do that. Actually, I'll show you how to do that too. So you can go ahead and write this as you would, or you can import it from your Instagram, and it'll ask you, are you sure? I'll go ahead and say, okay. And then it'll put all my links here. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. So if you are a business, you definitely want to set this as a public profile. You don't want a private profile if you're a business owner, period, right? So go ahead and set public profile. Click. What I would not recommend is following every single person. If you want fresh energy, do not follow every single person you have on Instagram, because you're just going to be repeating that same thing. So I would recommend skipping this and not doing follow all. You can go through and cherry pick a few people if you'd like, but in my opinion, I would start fresh, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and skip this and click next. So this just kind of walks through like what you're agreeing to. One of the big terms that I've seen so far is that, and they may change it in the future, but one of the big things I've seen so far with Threads is that if you create a Threads account, in order to delete it, you would have to delete your Instagram. So they're like hyperlinked together. And apparently that goes against GDP laws in the UK. I'm not really sure, so don't quote me on that. But for right now, as of filming this video, the day after Threads came onto the market, July 6, 2023, you currently, if you create a Threads account, you cannot delete it. You can deactivate it, but you cannot delete it unless you delete your Instagram. So just an FYI, I'm gonna go ahead and click join Threads. And then I personally do not like notifications, so I'm not going to allow those. And then here is what the interface looks like. So what is so interesting, oh, look at Mark Zuckerberg. He says 30 million signups, which is great. So the one thing I've noticed, I've been using Threads on my main account for a while, for about 12 hours, but what I've noticed is that it's very chaotic. I love it though. I think long term it would be very difficult to like navigate, like especially if you're somebody that has like ADHD or something like that. But so far it's super exciting because it's, you just kind of get hit with different people and you can refresh this and you'll get new threads like the moment that you refresh it. So you can also attach different photos to your thread. I'm going to go ahead and just click post. I'll quote this person. I blame Threads for my lack of sleep. Same, because I literally was up till 1:30 last night. And you can go ahead and requote, and then you can post here. The one thing I found a little bit clunky about Threads so far is when you're trying to write like different threads, you really do have to you have to hit return twice to create a separate thread. So I'm going to type thread 2, and you're going to hit return twice to get into the next thread. So I'm gonna hit return, etc., etc. The other cool feature with threads is you can obviously like a thread, you can quote a thread or reply to a thread, you can repost it or quote it for your own, and then you also can add it to your story, you can post it to your feed, you can tweet it, you can copy it, and you can share it. So those are the really cool features. I have had to block somebody on here, so if you want to do that, you just go to 3 dots, you'll click block or mute if you don't want to see something from that person again, but that's basically it. So you can kind of see the basics of Thread. You can also search people, you can search and follow different accounts here. We'll show here if you have any replies, any mentions, and then anybody that's verified that is, I guess you would say, threading you. On Twitter, it's tweeting you. Share your profile. You can click copy and share that to your friend. You can also go and edit your profile. Oh, yeah. So you just want to not be on private. And then you can go in, you can get click to Instagram, which I think is really cool right there. The followers are starting to populate. And what's really nice too is you're just going to get a whole lot of chaos. There is no rhyme or rhythm to it yet, from what I can understand, but it is nice because it refreshes. When you refresh the app, you'll just get new threads based off of like what you've liked and shared and stuff on Instagram, which is really cool. And I know that this is very new, but I wanted to get this video out to you guys. So you can do hidden words, like offensive words. So I do that on my typical Instagram account. You can also see who your followers are. You can see who's pending, things of that nature, which is great. So that is really how Threads works in a little bit of a nutshell. Don't expect any organization yet. I'm sure there's more coming to the app, but this is really what it's looking like. I'm excited for the possibilities and being an early adopter. Early adopters always win, and I can't wait to see where this app takes us. So that's the video, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this setup with Threads. I am really excited to see where this app goes. It's been out for literally less than 24 hours, so I don't have too many updates, but in the future, I do hope to make some content around Threads because this is definitely my vibe. I've been on Twitter for a really long time. I'm obsessed with Twitter, and I'm just really excited to see how blending Instagram with like Threads / like a little bit of Facebook vibes all into one, what it's going to be able to do for not only building relationships and building brand, but also like being able to monetize. I'm really excited about that. So I know some of y'all may be feeling a type of way about that. I've seen people on the app already being like, let's just not monetize. Well, y'all can do that somewhere else. I'm definitely gonna use every social media app that I can that feels good for my brand and business, because if my goal is to serve and help people, then I need to do that wherever and however that feels good in alignment for me. So hopefully you enjoyed this quick tutorial. And if you like this video, definitely follow me over on Threads at Latisse Hudson. Also give me a follow on Instagram, and definitely like this video and share it with your friends. I am excited for Threads, and I hope you are too. And I will see you in the next video.